enjoying, comment, subscribe if you like it, and go visit my website. I have beautiful CDs you can purchase and support my work. I'd be so honored. And download, and you can even download gift certificates for your friends, I hope. And if not, just send me a comment on my contact page on my website and I'll figure it out for you. I'll create a gift certificate for you if you want. And so my website is Sarah West Love. I just hiccuped.com. Sarah with an H, SARAHWESTLOVE, aka Sarah West. Sarah West Love now, Miss Love. And yeah, and I have some books there you can buy on Barnes & Noble and Amazon. The Search for the Beloved, and which comes with a CD. It's beautiful. It's hand assembled, and I designed the whole thing, so you know the layout and everything. And The Eternal Rose, which is beautiful, which I dedicated to my mommy, Tekla, who many of you know and met and love. So, what else? Yeah, just let me know how you like it. Let me know. I love comments. And share the link with your friends. Use it to wake up to go to bed to, night, morning, or just throughout the day, you know. And my music really helps also for healing, to release trauma, and just connecting you with your divine self, your immortal nature, life itself, the source of life, which flows through all of us. It is us. We just have this sort of glaze of forgetting this dance of life, of separation and duality. And so we have all these lovely challenges, this adventure called humanity, called existence, called life, called love, called you, me, other, them, they, she, he, it, we. So yeah, we have these fascinating challenges, and discovering what it is to be mortal, and apparent, you know, the illusion of time and space. You know, we know from science everything is like 99% space. So what are we? What is consciousness? What is life? You know, we are so absorbed in our worlds, and for good or for bad, and you know, what is really important. And yet, you know, sometimes we feel happiness, and sometimes we feel sadness, sometimes we feel community, sometimes we feel loneliness, sometimes we feel angry, sometimes we feel love. This is humanity. This is our existence. This is our, you know, the big conundrum. Like, what are we doing here? And why? So, and it can't be figured out with the mind. It's the connection through, you know, the divine connection beyond thought, expansiveness, space, pure beingness. You know, whether our meditation is gardening or walking or caring for a child or reading a story or doing math, or, you know, whatever it is that is our gift. We all have a gift. We all have some sort of divine inclination, genius. You know, and the more we connect with love, the more that genius emerges, and we clear out, you know, this thing we call pain, the pain body. So pain can be part of the gift that flows, but as long as we're holding on to the pain, you know, our genius doesn't always come out. Sometimes it does. I mean, it comes out, but it can fly freer when we transmute our pain, and that's the dance. That's the human dance. Whatever is happening is a gift to help us really purify our consciousness. So, and the challenge is to permit it, allow it, not resist it, and just say yes to life, and say yes to love, and choose ourselves, keep choosing life and love, and just the healing that comes through love. So that's why I sing what I do. It's the way that I connect with my divine self, although, there's many ways, but it's a way that I can share that vibration that takes us out of time and into timelessness. And it's the timelessness, we meditate, we go into stillness in order to actually be nourished, in order to really sustain ourselves in this world that is filled with duality. And so it's really the stillness that is the answer. And that's why I do what I do, and that's why it's my own higher self, my soul, my spirit, whatever words you want to use, coming through to express, if we're not expressing our gifts in the world, we're self-destructive. So we have to find and discover and reveal through life's situations. If it's always leading us to what our purpose is, if we let it. But we do have to let go. We have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. It's that vulnerability and surrender. It's not surrendering to another person, it's surrendering to the divine will. Some people call it God's will, to the Creator, Great Spirit, Wakantanka. It's, doesn't matter the name, it's the same experience for all of us. It's grace, it's all part of that. But, this mystery of the humans, supposedly having a choice, a will, and yet people talk about fate, and people talk about God's will, and, that we have been given this choice, but God's really in charge. So I don't think anybody's figured all that stuff out yet, but we figure it out by living, and life shows us what's true, because when we're in the flow, then it's very clear. It's very clear, and it doesn't need to be explained, and it's really through love and surrender that we are strengthened by, God's presence, the divine presence, by life itself, the source of life, Wakantanka, Creator. So these recordings that I make are inspired in spiritos, Greek for from God, and spirit from spirit. And some people will say, oh, how can you say that? But what is anything that we do that's beautiful? It's all from spirit, right? It's, what we call unity consciousness. If it's from our ego, it's not really very interesting for very long. Our ego can be entertained by things as well. But creating from the ego is generally, the ego might be entertained by those types of things, but it's very brief. When we're inspired, that's eternal, and that's when we feel uplifted and moved, and we cry or laugh or feel joy or feel free or feel safe to let go and wail and feel our grief and let go. And then we're reconnected to the sun, the sun that's always shining when the clouds go away. So things that are inspired help us let go of our traumas and our grief, and it also helps us just reconnect with our power and our empowerment, because our power is in the eternal. And that's why religions use all these or all kinds of things. Governments, they always want these intermediaries, and it's there's no intermediary with source. It's good to have guides and helpers and teachers, but for sure, if they're wise, if they have wisdom, and ultimately, obviously, everyone is our teacher. Everyone that appears, the friend and the foe, the comrade and the enemy, and everyone in between, they're all teachers, and it all shows us something inside ourselves, and we have a choice as to, and it's a gift, and the wonderful gift is ultimately surrendering, because the mind can't figure anything out. It can't. So surrendering to transform and transmute through letting go. And that's a big mystery. I mean, that's easy to say and a whole nother thing to do, especially when we've been programmed not to let go, and we've been brainwashed to really hold on to things that aren't good for us. So thoughts and perceptions and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is the gift of life is that it can't be answered with mind. It, as in what to do from moment to moment. It's something that we experience through letting go to the higher power, whatever you want to call that. And how to do that is the most challenging journey in life. So, and then what to do after that, how to keep that doorway open of our divine connection and surrendering and empowered all at the same time, right? And we're only empowered truly by what we call the divine, what we call when our ego is laid to rest, laid down, integrated, and our wounds are healed through love. So, and surrendering to, not being attached. And it's really the only freedom, it's the only liberation. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating design, this thing called life. Oh, goodness. Yeah. So, good luck. If you ever need any help, you want some coaching, I do quantum light consulting and intuitive coaching. And you can go to sarahwestlove.com and sign up for some sessions. I do single sessions as well as a gift of 4, gift of 9. You can get packages, which you save, and you can also do like 15-minute touch-up sessions, so which is really nice. And I have like VIP packages where you get priority booking. So yeah, and I'd be honored to support you in your journey. And I'm grateful for all those that support me, and I'm grateful for letting people in and just growing and evolving and changing. And we're all in this mystery together, whether we like it or not. And that's the beauty of that's the beauty of every moment, is we really are in it together. All of us, all of us are in it together. Yes. So, and we're all moving toward healing. Whatever's happening, it's all, we can't escape healing. It's just, whether it's now or later. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for listening. Enjoy. Listen to this video, and also I have recordings of my books that are really beautiful. You'll really enjoy those. I don't think I've released Beauty of the Rose yet. I think part of it's on one of my albums. Part of it actually is if you buy, I don't always tell people this because I'm going to release it as a whole CD, but you can purchase Voice of Eternity, and it does have the main part of my book, Beauty of the Eternal Rose book. I think I used to call it Beauty of the Rose, so I changed the name some time ago, some years ago. And I wrote it in 1994 or 5. Actually, I recorded it. I recorded it first in a recording studio, and then I transcribed it. So it came out, it was delivered just as you'll hear it on the recording on Voice of Eternity CD, which you can get the whole MP3 album on my website. And I ask people not to go to iTunes because people are selling my music illegally on there, putting their name on it, and some things have my name as well and some things don't, and I don't get any money for them. So it's too confusing to try and tell people which ones are the right ones and which aren't. Plus iTunes doesn't give, it's a very small portion that I end up getting. So CD sales is such a small purchase price that it really helps when people buy it right from my website. So I really appreciate it. I really do. You know, and I'm not on Spotify because I have really long tracks, and they don't pay, they pay the same price if it's an hour, you know, 99 cents, and that just doesn't work for my long tracks. I have one album actually, a live recorded album called Train of Freedom on Spotify. So it's alive. It's a hard recording to listen to. It's not a great recording, but it's really cool music. It's in English. It's kind of bluesy jazz, spirituals. All right, my friends, much love, and stay tuned. I hope to do some more night music videos. We'll see. And sorry I had to look at all my pores. I know that's not really fun. Don't have any makeup on. No cover up, just the real thing. All right, folks. Bye.